I think I win against Erishim more when I have Cassandra and Darkhawk in my deck, but the games are still not fun. My lack of enjoyment against Erishim has nothing to do with how much I win or lose and everything to do with how it changes Marvel Snap and gets rid of the parts of the game that I enjoy. I know for a lot of people, whether or not they have fun with something is purely dependent on if they win or lose. That's not what sparks joy for me in games. I don't really care about the number going up. The thing that gives me the most fun in card games is the experience of feeling like I'm learning things and optimizing the deck that I'm playing while I learn things. And Erishim and the gameplay he generates does not allow me to do that. I don't walk away from games with Erishim feeling like I learned something. I walk away from games where I played against Erishim feeling annoyed that the variance broke in my favor or didn't break in my favor. I think if you're missing War Machine, you should probably pull this week and you'll be plenty happy with it. I think if you're only missing Misery, it's probably a safe skip. I think War Machine goes in plenty of reasonable decks now. This is annoying that I can't Doctor Strange.
Opponent snapped.
I gotta say though, when I play games like this, Marvel Snap is much more big brain than a game like Pokemon. Never a coin flip here. Always tactical, strategic gameplay. Low variance, tactical, strategic gameplay. They would never put the words flip a coin on a Marvel Snap card. Because coin flips don't exist here.
Victory.
Masterfully navigated and skillfully outplayed that opponent. My Cosmo was successful that game, so it wasn't a coin flip. It was a soul read where I flexed my big brain on my opponent. Whereas had I put my Cosmo in the wrong path, the game would have been all variance and I would have been very unlucky. Or I was being stream sniped. Yes. Yeah, that's true. That's true. See, I like the concept of accusing someone of stream sniping is generally so far from my brain. It just like isn't even on my list of things to meme about. Which card game out there, in your opinion, is most skillful or takes the most skill? I actually think one of the myriad of reasons that Runeterra struggled to gain an audience is because it's a really high skill cap game. I think Runeterra is mentally exhausting to play because it has so many moving pieces and is actually quite low variance. Gamers will cry about coin flips and card games not being skill-based till they're blue in the face while also refusing to acknowledge the variance is important. It's a big part of why they play. I've played, I don't know, probably half a dozen different card games for double-digit hours in a single sitting, and Runeterra is probably the only one where after 4 or 5 hours, I just felt fried because of all the micro decisions you had to make constantly. There was never any downtime. Oh, that's wrong. This, into this, kick it left, pull it right, pull it center. Whip it out, Artibzola it. Harder, faster, make it stronger more than every hour after hour. Human Torch ever grows now. If we have our own Phoenix Force at home, something like that, yep. And then, as is often the case in Marvel Snap, I could do something sweet, but playing Goliath is actually just correct. Not a coincidence that likely the most successful move deck you could play is playing 2 different ways to kick your opponent's sandcastles. I think the implication that Marvel Snap's balance passes push people out of the game is very silly. I think one of the regularly dumbest takes I constantly have to read is people saying, oh my god, I can't believe Second Dinner nerfed a card after it was in a Spotlight cache. And it's just like, really, gamer? You can't believe the game company made balance changes after they finally got more data about a card because more people had access to it? Like, it makes complete and total sense that we regularly see balance passes after a card is in Spotlight caches because suddenly there's a big influx of people who have it, so they have more data to make an informed decision with. It's not some type of conspiracy, it's just like basic numbers. Which again, like really hammers back home, you should be picking up cards based on whether or not you like the play patterns of them, not based on whether or not you think they're gonna auto-walk you to infinite because they're broken. Like White Widow, for example, is no longer a generically good 2-drop, but if you like the strategy of clogging your opponent's plays, White Widow is still a very good card that can play in clog with a little bit of deck building choices like Armor and Red Guardian. I mean, I guess I'll incidentally discard and destroy cards from locations and stuff, but holy. Our alliance is just like the absolute worst feature they've ever added to this game. Until you don't pull Red Guardian and Armor. Until you don't pull Armor. Until you don't pull Armor. Is there a camera in here? Am I being punked right now? Until you don't pull Armor? Listen, I know I just said it was the dumbest thing I've read recently, but I really appreciate Twitch chat stepping up to make sure that that take that I had previously said was the dumbest is no longer the dumbest Marvel Snap take I've read in recent memory. God, yeah, imagine having to patiently wait for armor to show back up in a spotlight cache to be able to play with your White Widow. That's really unfortunate.
Escaped.
When are they dropping armor to Series 4? Yep. Thunderbolt's tower in the first location again! Wake up, sheeple. The locations are as rigged as the earth is flat. I just want you to know that if you think regular balance changes keep people from playing and enjoying Marvel Snap, in literally every other card game I've ever played that do not do regular balance changes, the players there lament the fact that their game would be better if the devs did more regular balance changes. I think I would prefer if they changed some different things and like didn't waste balance changes on things like Hulkling that are still going to be terrible. But I can both acknowledge simultaneously that like the current format leaves a little bit to be desired, while also talking about the reality that at the core, Marvel Snap's gameplay game balance philosophy is everything I've ever wanted out of a card game. I think a significant part of Marvel Snap's success is because they are explicitly doing card releases and balance differently than other games. And are they going to get it perfect all the time? No, definitely not. Nobody's ever going to bet 100. But I think the core idea of what they're working with is really stellar.
Oh, snap. Victory.
Whenever I finally queue into an Erishim or Hela player that knows how to snap and retreat appropriately, it really hammers home that the only saving grace of having to play against these archetypes is that most people who play them don't know basic functions of the game work. These games are way harder
Escape.
when these decks leverage the cube mechanic appropriately and don't just let you bully them with high cube wins and low cube losses.
Flame on. Snap.
Maybe their hand will also be good and this can be the game. Cool. Let's play for 7. I mean, they Loki'd me. So, like, this miniaturized lab sucks for them too, in theory, I guess. I'm gonna put this here, because this is like our one window to not let them cloak one of their movement cards as well. Deal. War Machine would not let you move things into miniaturized life. It lets you play into it, but not move there. I don't know if my body's ready to get, like, shanked or Shadow Kinged here. It's really hard to put into words how deeply exhausting these gameplay patterns are. It might have been right to put the Heimdall on the left.
Victory.
No, drops are done until the 18th. Gosh, they're sweating 2 to 7. The next set of drops isn't anything exclusive. It's just a mystery variant, which actually was kind of weird to me that they used the exclusive variant for the non-1-year anniversary drops. I would have thought they would have wanted the... That's a turn 4 Orca gamers. I thought the drops were a premium mystery range or whatever. It's actually worse for me. But one of the truly most baffling decisions they've made about resources in this game is that premium mystery variants are worse than regular mystery variants for whales. This doesn't even win, right? Is that actually my only shot to win? So the way moving stage changing works now is I actually need to ghost spider this vulture back. Well, actually, if I do this, this is ideal, right? This moves this out, and then I still have 11, 14 here in the middle. Could lose like claw, I guess. And again, I can't just move dagger or vulture here, because if I move dagger or vulture, I lose to Shadow King and Shang-Chi. Because as has always been the case, the Alioth games are most frustrating when you're screwed by a tech card either way. And it wasn't even just the Alioth. We also lost that game because they randomly generated debris, which locked me out of being able to play for the right side location. And the right side location was Oscorp Tower, which let them send the, what's it called, across. So they had debris, they had Alioth, and they had a location that helped them clog extra. Alright, so you're saying there's a chance. Yes, there are also 2 Alliance instead of just 1, and 2 Shang-Chis and 2 Shadow Kings. Because, what's it called? Could you rate them? I think Zabu is actually a worse card than it was before they changed it up, my dudes. I think Zabu went from a card that probably wanted to see play as a second Psylocke in some decks to I would be surprised if he's slot optimal absolutely anywhere. Plot Optimal is actually going to be the title of Jeff's autobiography. That's true, you know? What about Wiccan Zabu? Old Zabu was better.
Escaped. Thanks for the prime, Tupac.
played around this one at least. Killing my -1 power on ya. Appreciate you, gamer. Well played. Excited to get killed by a tech card on my Human Torch here. I guess. I should be happy, right? Because I won. Have an ad. We will continue to touch the hot stove when I return. Thanks for hanging out. Don't go anywhere. It's 24 months. BTD. Go to dial, Hobie. Thank you for the half a year. Welcome back. Some Ladus. What's going on? Thanks for the 15 months. My kiddos, my older two love Lego Fortnite. Real big on it. When exactly we start the sponsored segment, it's going to depend on how long I can hold up getting punched by Marvel staff. Ideally, I need a couple of deck highlights out of the day to keep the daily deck highlights going, so we'll see. We made it through that last one. Assuredly, none of them are going to be worse than that, right? 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 The number of cards in their deck looks promising. It's true. You heard about the upcoming auto battler called Bazaar. Has Bazaar been in development long enough that it's actually an auto battler now? That's interesting. That's the first I'd heard that. Joyce! Thank you for the over 4 years. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Are definitely a Legion lockout deck.
I am the sorcerer's
Good news, any card I draw next turn is gonna let me kill these widows uses. Oh, I forgot that's how that worked. That it kills one and then the other one doesn't go. We learned that yesterday too. Probably supposed to leave. We beat that, yeah?
I see
Heimdall win the game! Someone get Brode on the phone. I thought that was illegal.
victory.
New White Widow feels worse without additional support. Yeah, that's the idea. It's also called a good design. Part of me wants to snap because I didn't have Storm on curve, but my draw is just so bad.
Aid my hand.
Oh, I just don't have enough pressure. They're gonna get Legion on the right, and then I die to that. Yeah, the sunspot in the center. Cool. That still doesn't do it, right? Oh, War Machine was bid from Sokovia? I was worried about getting Legioned organically. No, I'm wrong. Hello? Is this thing on? Hello? Hello? Howdy, Dime. I'm glad you're having fun at the start of your Marvel Snap journey. Marvel Snap's onboarding experience is very solid. The only thing to be aware of is that you're going to play against a lot of AIs early on, and they will teach you that some bad behaviors are good. The game is very different when you get into the deep end with more players. My kingdom for a reasonable turn timer inside of Conquest. Just don't have a second number here is the problem. This snap is they're gonna Legion Central Park, yep. Can I beat that? I don't know that I can, actually. Is this winning the center? This is 5, 14. They're going to 13. This beats Legion left, right? I'm winning left and center. I can't play for the right because the right's not gonna be full for them. I have to win left and center if we're staying. Okay, I should have snapped him back. Their play was obvious. Could have won 4 cubes instead of 2.
Oh, can you understand me?
Oh, they're just done with the match. Fair. I don't want to be 4 to 10.
Victory.
Counting undefeated in Marvel Snap. Airship is honestly the biggest nerf to basic arithmetic they've ever done in this game. Can't count anything if your opponent has no idea what your output range is. I'm not playing viewer decks in the short term or maybe the long term, depending on what Marvel stat balance looks like. Also, I talked about it a little bit earlier, but I also intend to just be brewing less in general. I think the state of the current Marvel stat metagame is pretty... Feels like I don't get rewarded for working outside the lines, so it's gonna be less frustrated and not try and do that. I think they're most likely to play here, but who knows? Smooches! Call me Brittany, baby, because I am toxic. I would feel bad, but they're obviously playing Hella, so please leave. Should have snapped, yep. Getting 1 cube out of Hella actually might be one of the worst feelings in snapping Conquest because it means that you're gonna have to play more games against Hella long term. My reward for winning this game and not getting more than one is I'm locked in this room with you for an even longer amount of time. It's a shame we lost the priority flip, but I can't Cosmo them here. I like every new location that doesn't add cards to my hand because it means there's less of a chance that locations add cards to my hand during the game. Animation is adorable, holy. Smooches! And they Hella center every time, yeah? Or maybe they Hella left? They might Hella left. Just to, like, lock this up. Nah, they wanna go center, yeah? I think they wanna go center because my gut says they want to Hella left, or they want to Hella center, but it could be left. Honestly, I just wanted to stop. Oh, come on! Come on! I just wanted to not play against you anymore! I wanted to lose 8 cubes and be able to retreat and feel like I wasn't giving up equity. Oh, God. Bless America, my country, 'tis of thee, sweet land of liberty, of the I sing. Every day we die a little more.
We are the future.
I'm at 15 here. I'm at 25 here.
Minions to me.
I see.
Some gameplay.
Oh, snap.
Oh, and I get him. I mean, the Hell Cow change was more impactful than giving Hella -1 power, but yeah, it's still like really good. Do I want to put this into play? Is having an Iron Fist trigger and 2 points teed up beneficial to me? gun for priority. I'm not even sure that priority matters.
I am the Sorcerer Supreme.
Minions to me.
Victory.
I feel happy. I won card game. Bring me big joy. Make me so happy. Move superhero cards round board. Win superhero game. Feel big joy in my heart. This is the happy that I have heard much about from the video gamers. This is definitely the best 12 card move deck. And I think it is a thorough indictment of the state of Marvel Snap that the best 12 card move deck involves both Cosmo and Alioth. Cosmo and Alioth are key inside of the move archetype for two reasons. They let you not only beat up things like Hela and Wong combos, but they also prevent people from kicking your sandcastle overs. So putting Cosmo on Madam Web and then being able to slide her around the board on the last turn stops Shadow Kings and Shang-Chi's and stuff from getting you, just like Alioth can stop them from getting a single lane. So it's important that this both be disruption for combo decks that are going to go over the top of you, and it be anti-counter play for decks that are trying to break your stuff up. Have an advert. I think we're gonna play some bounce when we get back. Thanks everybody for hanging out on a Friday afternoon. Same old after the last OTA, it would seem.